Hello, I'm Sarah and welcome to another Sign of Life video. Today I'm going to share the 3 worst things we need to avoid this holiday season. So the holiday season is finally here, guys, and whether you celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever it might be, everyone feels just a little festive during that time of year. But there's a few things we gotta avoid. Luckily, I've made a list. The 3 worst things we need to avoid this holiday season. Number 1, don't say cheese. Did you notice that in the past few years we've been acting a little strange during the holiday season? It's like we've been consumed with our appearance way more than ever before. It's crazy, but we can't contain the embarrassment if someone just pointed out that we wore the same outfit last year. Just a few years ago, during the holiday season, I found myself spending so much time thinking of my hairstyle and what I'm gonna wear because I knew people are gonna take photos and those are gonna be posted online. It seems like we're obsessed with how we're going to look in photos that might not even be taken. And for some people, their appearance is their number 1 priority. Unfortunately though, this is not our only obsession during the holiday season. Number 2, all I want for Christmas. Every year that goes by, I see more people around me consumed with buying gifts. And I was one of those people. I used to think of who I need to buy gifts for and how much I'd like to spend. I lost count on the hours I spent browsing through deals and looking for vouchers. This holiday gift-giving obsession is toxic. Apart from the time-consuming shopping process of planning, browsing, searching, buying, returning, packing, it's also another encouragement to this materialistic lifestyle of ours. As if we don't consume enough on a daily basis, society's approval to go wild with our holiday shopping just makes things worse. We all feel excited to get the new iPhone for Christmas. We're just wired that way. But that excitement fades away so quickly. It takes me back to the video I did on Black Friday, so in case you haven't watched it, I'm gonna link it here, or here, or here. Here's the last one. Number 3. Is it still meaningful? What the holiday season really comes down to is traditions. And I don't know what traditions you guys have, but a tradition can be a wonderful thing, and it could also be a thing to avoid. If a tradition adds something positive to your life, that's great. But if you just keep a tradition because you're used to it, that's just a bad habit. Have you ever heard about Grandma's ham story? It goes like this. A woman is preparing a meal for her family. Her husband steps into the kitchen to help her, and he sees that she cuts both sides of the ham before cooking it. Why would you do that? That's a waste of a good ham, he says. Well, I got the recipe from my mum and that's how she always made it. But later that night, the woman thought about what her husband had said and decided to call her mother. Mum, why do we cut both sides of the ham before cooking it? Well, it's an old tradition. It's how your grandmother used to make it. So then the woman decides to call her grandmother and ask her about the family's tradition. Grandma, why do we have this family tradition to cut both sides of the ham before cooking it? Well, darling, her grandma says, there's a very simple reason why I used to cut both sides of the ham. Back then, I only had 1 oven tray, and I had to cut both sides of the ham for it to fit in. Now, this is an important lesson to us all. Sometimes traditions have no meaning at all. We should really examine all of our traditions and see whether we actually find them meaningful. The gift giving, the outfits, the decorations, or whatever it might be. Ask yourself, am I behaving obsessively? Does this tradition add positive value to my life? If you want to make some changes, then what I'd recommend is to get everyone involved. Have a discussion with family and friends and match your expectations. If you all decide on making gifts instead of buying ones, for example, then you might find this holiday season would actually be more fulfilling than ever before. Here is one last thing we do every holiday season that we shouldn't avoid, but we should simply improve. New Year's resolutions. This is also a tradition, and I think it's a wonderful one. There's no doubt that it's great to think clearly about things we want to change, goals we want to set, or the journeys we want to embark on. But there's a difference between deciding on a change and actually going through it. So while the tradition of New Year's resolutions is great, it simply isn't enough. Your goals or your desired changes are not the problem. Your strategy is. Try to think of your resolutions as a plan, not as a target. If you want to travel somewhere, you don't just magically appear there, right? You need to book tickets, find a hotel. You need to come up with a plan to reach your destination. So why won't you do the same with your New Year's resolutions? Want to start your own business and quit your 9-to-5 job? Amazing. But what's the first step? And when do you stop and observe if you're ready for step 2? Thinking of resolutions for the new year is not an easy process because it requires us to leave our comfort zone, and let's be honest, we don't tend to do that normally. And this actually shows us 2 valuable things. The first first one is that we want to improve. We want to become a better version of ourselves. And the second one is the proof that we're capable of letting go of this materialistic lifestyle and actually search for a meaning. Our internal compass isn't broken. We just constantly ignore it throughout the year, and it doesn't have to be that way. So my first resolution for the new year is to examine all of my traditions, and I invite you to join me. Eliminate the traditions you don't find meaningful and start new ones. And perhaps one of those new traditions could be to observe and come up with new resolutions more frequently. Take a day off or even a whole weekend once in a while to really reflect on your life. I wish you all happy and meaningful holidays. Thank you for watching today's Sign of Life video. Please tell me if there's anything I've missed. Is there anything else that we should avoid this holiday season? Please comment below. And also feel free to share your favorite holiday traditions. If you want to support Sign of Life, please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe and hit that bell button, and you're gonna get notifications for every new video. As always, I post an article with every new video, so if you want to read more, you can find that link below. Oh, don't forget, it's never too late to fulfill yourself.